Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. Today's video, I want to cover one of my new favorite builds on the PTR. This is going to be great as long as they don't nerf Hydra further. This is the Hydra Hybrid version 1, which is with Frozen Orb. Frozen Orb and Hydra are really great for basically one major reason. They can deal great damage without having to invest a lot of points into them. If you think about Lightning, Chain Lightning, or even Blizzard, they have a lot of synergies required in order to remain super strong and efficient. But when it comes to Frozen Orb, you really just need Frozen Orb and Cold Mastery, and even Hydra. Just Fire Mastery and Hydra works perfectly fine, as you guys can see in the gameplay here. Hydra Frozen Orb is a really good build if you're looking for a build that's not only with two elements, but also basically a lot of fun instead of your typical Blizzard only build or Lightning only build. Hydra, Frozen Orb, this is what I highly recommend if you want something different. When it comes to the skill points, max out Frozen Orb and your Cold Mastery to 100% piercing. After this, max out your Hydra and then max out Fire Mastery. Then you can pick up, of course, your teleport here, and 5 points into static is what I recommend when you have very budget gear. And finally, 1 into frozen armor, and your spare points, in my opinion, should go into Ice Bolt because Frozen Orb is your main damage dealer. As you can see here, I have very budget gear. My main thing here is having resistances and 63% faster cast if you cannot reach 105% faster cast. Also, make sure to have a lower resist wand for killing bosses and difficult boss packs. That will reduce their resistances, which significantly increases your fire damage from Hydra. Now, one of the reasons why you want to go a hybrid build like this is because you want to be able to kill everything, right? Well, Travancore is a great example of this because there are multiple immunities here. So if you're only Blizzard or only Hydra or only Lightning, you're going to have a very tough time here unless your mercenary can just kill them all for you. So as you can see, I lower resist everything because they're difficult to deal with, and then of course I slowly chip them down with my Frozen Orb and Hydra. And one other great thing about this build is static field as well. While your Hydras are down on the ground and you Frozen Orb, you can also static field as well to drop them all instantly to 50% HP. It does not have to be just bosses, which I think a lot of people tend to do. Don't forget, static field is great, especially when you have multiple items with plus skills on them. So with 5 points into static field with my Spirit, Sword, and Lore, I can safely static most of them down. Now I want to show you guys here just how good Hydra is as a hybrid. This is without the Fireball and Firebolt synergies. This is only Hydra and only Fire Mastery, and with the lower resist on Mephisto, he dies relatively quickly, and I'm not even using the Frozen Orb section of my build here. So Hydra is definitely good enough, even though it just recently got the nerf from 5% per synergy to 3%. The removal of the cooldown is the biggest buff to Hydra, which allows it to be strong enough to still handle everything. And as you can see here in Hell Chaos, I kill all of the fire immunes with my Frozen Orb, and since Desays is immune to cold, but not fire, I drop my Hydras and they take care of him without much issue. Now finally, I want to showcase Infector of Souls here because we also have him as immune to fire. So this is where the static field and the Frozen Orb come into play because you can drop them down to 50% and then Frozen Orb them down. Now, if you have your Mercenary here as well, he can also help you kill. So keep in mind, any cold immune, fire immunes, or any monster that has both of those, you will have to still use your Mercenary to kill them, and then permanently stun them with your Telekinesis. Now, here's the Hydras once again on Diablo to showcase just how much damage they can deal. This is absolutely amazing. Like, Hydra is not garbage in any way, even in budget gear. It's absolutely great. So overall, I do highly recommend this hybrid build. If you're not going Blizzard to farm Ancient Tunnels and Mephisto all day, this is a great build I recommend. The only other builds that really compete with this are the old school builds of Meteor, which is Meteor and Frozen Orb, or Blizzball, which is Blizzard and Fireball. But personally, I'm not a fan of Meteor because of the way Meteor works. It takes some time for it to come down. I'm a much bigger fan of Hydra, where you set down 6 and then you lure the monsters in and the Hydras do the work for you. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review of the Frozen Orb Hydra build on the PTR with budget gear. Let me know what you guys think. I know some of you are upset about the Hydra nerfs. Personally, I would have loved to see the damage stay the same with the buff that they introduced, but hey, I'm not too upset because it's still in great shape. So there's the guide, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you hopefully on my next video.